existed for centuries, they are not as common as their horizontal counterparts. The main reason for this is that they do not take advantage of the higher wind speeds at higher elevation above the ground as well as horizontal axis wind turbines. Wind turbines are the used before the near about the centuries. This is not the common type of wind turbines because the main reason is the it requires the high wind speed at higher elevation because we install the turbine at the ground or the basement. That's why we can install these types of windmills or wind turbines on the high elevated areas. That's why the high wind speeds are available at that location. Here is the diagram of vertical axis wind turbine. In that, examples of vertical axis machines. Here is some representation of vertical axis wind turbines. Okay, now we are seeing the advantages of vertical axis wind turbines or vertical axis machine. A generator and gearbox can be placed on the ground. It is a main advantage of this type of windmills. The structure is usually simpler. It is another advantage. Second advantage. Third advantage is you do not need a yaw or pointing mechanism to turn the rotor against the wind. It is an again big advantage of that vertical axis wind turbines because we install the blades, we install these turbines vertically. That's why the wind coming from any direction, we can generate the power. We did not require to change the direction of the rotor blades. That's why it does not require yaw control methods or yaw control mechanism. Next advantage is these are easier for hobbyists to build. Little knowledge of aerodynamic is needed for simpler design. Its design is very simple. In the early 1980s, the vertical axis wind turbines are most popular. These are some pictures of that turbines. The disadvantages of vertical axis wind turbines are as follows. These structured are low to the ground where wind speed are lowest. The overall efficiency is much lower than horizontal axis machines because of the height of that turbines is very less as compared to horizontal axis wind turbines. That's why the wind speed available at the ground level is less as compared to wind speed available at the high heights. The overall efficiency is much lower than horizontal axis machines. The next disadvantage is most vertical axis machines are not self-starting. It is an one main drawback of that vertical axis turbines. It is not a self-starting. It requires a starting mechanism. Many vertical axis machines require guy wires, which greatly increase the structural footprint. Maintenance is usually more difficult. The maintenance of vertical axis wind turbines are more difficult as compared to horizontal axis wind turbines. For example, replacement of the generator typically requires disassembly of the entire machine because we install the turbine, we install the shaft and the blades on the turbine. That's why, or turbine and generator assembly. That's why if we want to replace the generator or turbine, then